With version 6.2 second half banner's release, most of you are wondering what's next. Version 6.3 is set to completely flip everything you know on its head. From an entirely new combat system and massive leaked kits to the biggest lantern Rite yet, a huge map expansion into northern Nodcry, and some of the strongest characters we've seen in years. Hoyoverse isn't stopping at fireworks, free polls, or story quests. They're introducing Lunar Reactions, a mechanic so game-changing it makes the current meta feel instantly outdated. I've gone through literally every leak, kit preview, Primogem estimate, and banner phase. What's confirmed, what's hinted, and what it could mean for your polls. Whether you're a new player trying to understand the hype, or a day one veteran planning your gems perfectly, this breakdown has you covered. So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's dive into why version 6.3 might be the update that reshapes your entire account. Save up to 30% on current banners at LDShop. Plus, with my coupon, you'll get an extra 5% discount, which is a huge 35% off in total. Like this one, you can get 6,480 Genesis Crystals pack for just $64, which normally costs $100 in the game. And if this is your first purchase, you get double the amount of Genesis Crystals. The process is super fast. Pick your product, choose your server, enter your UID, and that's it. Your purchase arrives in under 5 minutes, and LDShop ensures secure payments every time. Plus, if you spend over $80, you'll get a free welkin moon. Interesting, right? So, use my link in the description or pinned comment to get 35% off and save big on every top-up. Now let's start with the release date. Version 6.3 follows Genshin Impact's 6-week update cycle and will officially launch on Wednesday, January 14th, immediately after the end of 6.2 or Luna 3. Maintenance will begin the day before, with pre-downloads available to ensure a seamless start. Lantern Rite is naturally slotted into the second half of the version, running roughly from January 14th to February 5th, and will tie directly into the patch's Lunar Reactions, Zibai's White Horse Adeptus lore, and the coastal region of Nodcry. The update is structured in 2 main waves. The first 2 weeks feature Phase 1 banners with Columbina's debut, Nodcry map unlocks, testing of lunar mechanics, Archon Quest releases. The second half, till February 25th, brings Phase 2 with the full Lantern Rite celebration, map completion rewards, side quests. The version 6.3 special program livestream is scheduled for Friday, January 2nd, and will include splash art reveals for Columbina, Zibai, and Aluga, banner confirmations for Phase 1 and Phase 2. The livestream will also showcase the Lantern Rite Festival events, free 4-star character selectors, and glimpses of Archon Quest will also be featured. In addition, the livestream will provide 3 redeem codes worth 300 Primogems, which will expire within a couple of hours, and I'll post them as soon as they go live. So be sure to join our Discord server for instant updates. The link is in the description. Let's talk about Columbina. Honestly, for years, players have been a little scared of her. She's the damselette, the one even Child himself warned us about. And now that we finally have her full kit, she's just as unique and strange as the leak suggested, in the best way. Her character card says she's Hydro, but her kit is kind of like a Hydro-Dendro hybrid. Her normal attack, Moonlit Cascade, deals Hydro damage like you'd expect, but her charged attack changes completely when she has Verdant Dew stacks from her skill. It turns into Moondew Cleanse, costs no stamina, and deals Dendro damage right in front of her. Yep, a Hydro character hitting Dendro damage all on her own. This is called Lunar Bloom damage, which means she can trigger Hydro plus Dendro by herself without needing another Dendro teammate. I love how flexible that makes her for team building. You can really play around with her in so many ways. And then there's her burst. When she uses it, a huge lunar domain spreads out, wings behind her, eyes glowing. Inside that domain, all lunar reaction damage is boosted, and she regenerates a ton of energy. Everything about Columbina is made to work with the new system. She's smart, strong, and just really satisfying to play. Honestly, she's one of those characters that makes you go, wow, I can't wait to try her in every team I have. To match her unusual kit. Now, if Hydro-Dendro weirdness isn't your thing, and you're more into big yellow numbers, let's talk about Zibai. She's our new 5-star Geosword user, and just looking at her splash art gives you that elegant Adeptus vibe. You can tell she's someone who means business. She's not your typical mono Geo or Navius style nuke, She's a reaction-focused, hyper-carry Geo powerhouse, and honestly, she feels really satisfying to play. Everything about Zibai is made to synergize perfectly, especially if you want to go all in on lunar crystallized fun. Now, let's talk about the banners, because the predicted 6.3 lineup is one of the most dangerous we've seen in a long time. These are early banner expectations based on Hoyoverse's standard release patterns, and the final confirmation will arrive during the 6.3 livestream. But if these predictions hold, 6.3 is going to hurt everyone's Primogmes. Phase 1 is shaping up to be absolutely brutal. Columbina, the new 5-star Hydro Catalyst, is expected to make her debut here, and the moment she appears, the entire lunar meta shifts. But Hoyoverse doesn't stop there. Standing right beside her is Nuvolette, one of the strongest, highest scaling damage dealers in the entire game. Putting Columbina and Nuvolette together in the same phase is not just tempting, it's predatory. You get the newest Lunar Reaction starter and the game's most broken Hydro Nuker in one go. It's a trap disguised as a blessing. And then comes Phase 2. Zibai, the new 5-star Geosword user tied to the White Horse Adeptus legend, takes center stage. Standing next to her is Inefa, the Electro Polearm user from Natlan. Inefa is the queen of accelerated attacks and lunar-charged setups, and her synergy with Zibai is almost too perfect. One phase earlier, the game gives you Lunar Bloom support. Now in Phase 2, it gives you the Lunar Crystallized Queen and the Electro engine that keeps everything running. But the real trap this time isn't just the characters. It's how Hoyoverse has structured the entire patch to drain your gems before you even reach the actual Primogem rewards. See, on paper, 6.3 looks insanely generous. People keep saying this patch gives over 17k Primogems, Lantern Rite will save us, we'll have enough for both phases, and so on. But what most players don't realize is that almost all of those Primogems are locked behind the second half of the patch. Lantern Rite, festival quests, late events are all in Phase 2, meaning if you go all in during Phase 1 for Columbina, you're basically spending before the game gives you the gems. By the time the big rewards start rolling in, the first half banners is already gone. This time, Hoyoverse didn't just design strong banners. They designed an entire patch structure to make you spend before you receive. 2 new artifact sets are arriving in version 6.3, and both of them are built specifically for the Lunar Reaction system, almost as if Hoyoverse designed them side by side with Columbina and Zibai. The first set, Moonlit Offering, is basically the heart of the lunar meta. The 2-piece bonus gives a massive 80 elemental mastery, and the 4-piece increases lunar reaction damage while the character is off-field. Once you reach Ascendant Gleam, the highest tier of the moon sign mechanic, that bonus becomes even stronger. This set practically screams Columbina's name, but it also works for any unit who triggers lunar reactions from the background. The second set, Ballad of Love and Lament, looks standard at first with its 18% ATK on the 2-piece, but the 4-piece turns it into something much more interesting. Every hit you land, normal attacks, charged attacks, skills, or burst, gives you a stacking ATK buff. And once you complete its hidden condition, often described as a kind of witch's homework, the buff upgrades again, granting both ATK and crit rate. It's stylistically tied to the Hexen Zirkel and seems perfect for characters who rely on ramping damage or consistent hit windows. Both sets expand the lunar meta in different ways. One empowers reactions directly, and the other boosts raw damage output. Together, they make 6.3 feel like a true turning point in how teams will be built moving forward. Version 6.3's Archon Quest is shaping up to be one of the most explosive story updates since Fontaine's finale, told across Nodcry Acts 7 and 8. With over 1,500 lines of dialogue, major lore revelations, Fatui power struggles, and the return of long-awaited characters, almost every scene pushes the plot forward and teases Snezhnaya's looming threats. You investigate with Flynn's, Nefer, Lauma, Nicole, Iluga, Jahoda, Aino, Inefa, and Barbaloth, while strange sightings around the Valley of Falling Stars hint at a mysterious watcher. Albedo and Durin probe crystal caverns linked to Snezhnayan experiments, and Varka leads an assault with hints to his Frozen Nation roots. The biggest shock comes when Rirrir returns through the Lunar Rift, colliding with Columbina in a warped lunar domain, while Sandroni confronts Dottore over a dangerous Fatui project. Flashbacks and ambushes set the stage, ending with Dottore tampering with lunar energy, a cliffhanger leading to Act 8. Act 8 erupts into a full-scale Harbinger clash inside a distorted lunar arena. Columbina, Arlecchino, Childi, and Wanderer face Dottore and rogue Fatui forces. Sandroni's final moments suggest a sacrifice to protect Columbina, fracturing alliances alliances further. The battle ends with Dottore escaping through a dimensional tear after triggering a lunar collapse, while Rerir assists, hinting at Certalogy connections. The chapter concludes by rewarding players and unlocking new lunar-themed puzzles. Version 6.3 also expands the map northward into one of the most visually striking areas added in the Nodcry cycle. Compared to previous expansions, it feels more open than Fontaine, yet more layered and vertical than Inazuma, almost built to highlight the moon-driven theme of the update. The terrain isn't just for show. Leaks suggest that environmental shifts tied to lunar phases will alter certain exploration mechanics, with structures, puzzles, or water levels responding to the moon's state. In version 6.3, 3 new local legends will make Nodcry even more interesting. First is Hiljetta, the Black Barrel Hag, a legendary figure from the Treasure Hoarders. She's now a granny living in seclusion, but don't be fooled, she's still deadly and looking for a worthy heir to carry on her legacy. Next is the 16-fold Mandrake, a giant territorial plant that guards its area fiercely, making it a unique challenge for explorers. Finally, the Lonely Wolf, longing for home, watches over the Cemetery of Swords, waiting for a knight who never returned. These local legends aren't just fights, they tell stories, adding mystery and depth to the new region. Dottore is stepping into the spotlight as a new weekly boss. After years of scheming and manipulating events from behind the scenes, players finally get to face him in combat. He wields mechanical crescent moon constructs, glowing energy, and devastating attacks that demand careful timing and strategy. Beyond the fight itself, Dottore's appearance signals major story developments, hinting at catastrophic events and the escalating Harbinger conflicts in Nodcry. Alongside him, the Whisperer of Nightmares makes its debut, a corrupted, shadowy quadrupedal beast with violet spikes. Its drops, including electro-amethyst stones, will provide materials for future units, adding both challenge and reward to the patch. And before we go further, make sure to join our Discord server. The community there has been growing insanely fast, and our goal is to hit 1,500 members. Once we do, a huge welkin giveaway is dropping, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. The server is super active, everyone is friendly, and it's the best place to hang out, talk banners, share polls, and keep up with all the updates. The link is in the channel bio and description. Now let's get into the crown jewel of version 6.3, Lantern Rite, Liu's biggest yearly festival and basically a mini anniversary for the entire player base. This event always lands in Phase 2, and just like every year since 2.4, it's loaded with rewards that easily become the most generous part of the entire update. The free skin and character selector. Every Lantern Rite follows the same tradition. One completely free 4-star Liu character skin. In 5.3, it was Xiangling's skin unlocked through simple event points. 6.3 continues the pattern. One free skin for a Liu character and one premium paid outfit for the shop. No Genesis crystals needed for the free one. Just play, claim, done. Then comes the real prize, the free 4-star Liyue character selector. This lets you choose any Liyue 4-star you want, from classics like Xiangling and Yunjin to newer additions. Just gather the usual festival points from minigames and co-op tasks, and you walk away with a guaranteed character or constellation. No gotcha, no pity, just free power. Lantern Rite is also famous for its mountain of resources: Primogem, Mora, Hero's Wit, Ascension Mats, Artifact EXP, weapon billets, books, and more. Past versions consistently gave around 1,600 Primogems, plus 10 free intertwined fates through login bonuses and event mails. For most players, this is the biggest Primogem dump of the entire patch. If your pulls depend on Phase 2 rewards, this is the event that saves your pity, or breaks it. Now let's talk about what everyone actually cares about in version 6.3. Primogems. Based on the full reward breakdown, free-to-play players can expect around 14,540 Primogems, plus 17 intertwined fates and 17 acquaint fates from shop resets and events. Altogether, that's roughly 107 pulls, which is enough for a guaranteed 5-star. If you add Welkin, your total jumps to about 131 pulls, and combining Welkin with the Battle Pass pushes you close to 140 pulls for the update. A huge portion of those rewards comes from Phase 2. Lantern Rite alone gives around 1,600 Primogems and 10 free fates. The new Nodcry map adds another 1,850 Primogems through exploration, puzzles, and Selenoculi offering levels. Story quests, Archon quests, and side missions contribute several hundred more, making 6.3 one of the most generous patches we've had in a long time. Version 6.3 is also adding a fresh batch of new character poses, and this time the lineup includes Albedo, Yanfei, Shenhe, and Jianyun. Out of the four, the highlights are definitely Albedo and Shenhe. Both have elegant, polished animations that feel perfect for showcasing them in screenshots or teapot setups. I'm definitely grabbing those two the moment the update drops. Unfortunately, there's one downside. No new character echoes this patch. For players who love collecting idle animations, expressions, or special emotes, this update skips that category entirely. It's a small disappointment, especially since lunar-themed echoes would have fit perfectly with the patch's atmosphere, but at least the new poses add something fresh to look forward to. Unfortunately, version 6.3 doesn't really bring any major quality of life updates. No new optimization features, no teapot fixes, no inventory improvements, nothing that changes the day-to-day gameplay flow. It's a bit disappointing, especially after patches like 6.1 and 6.2 added small but meaningful upgrades. This time, the focus is almost entirely on story, combat content, and the new region. So if you were hoping for smoother menus or new system tools, yeah, not happening in this update. And that's literally everything coming in version 6.3. Every event, every character, every boss, every Primogem source, every story twist, and every update detail that actually matters. This patch isn't just big, it's shaping up to be one of the most content-packed updates Genshin has had in years. And yes, I know this video is definitely on the longer side today. There was a lot to break down, so thank you for sticking with me all the way through. So let me know in the comments what you're saving for, how many pulls you've got stacked, or which part of 6.3 you're most excited about. I'll be checking them. Good luck on your summons, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.